Welcome to this live stream, Bratans. We have huge news. SEC will reject all Bitcoin ETFs in January, says Matrix Sport. And this is no wonder, because this is what we spoke about in the last videos, because we see notably the security regulator face a final deadline to respond to 21 shares and ARK Invest's Bitcoin ETF application by January 10th. And this is the rumors that the Bitcoin ETF will be rejected. And I told you already that this is absolutely no wonder why it will be rejected, because we have the deadline for the BlackRock ETF by the March 15th next year. It was the ticket from the last year. So the BlackRock ETF, the final decision is on the March 15th, and it's very clear BlackRock as the biggest one of the biggest assets manager in the world, who's basically ruling America in the background. It's obviously that they will not let it through that any Bitcoin ETF will be approved before the BlackRock ETF is getting approved, because the first ETF which will getting approved, this is the ETF where all the money, all the institutional money is flowing in. And obviously, if in case ARK Invest and 21 Shares Invest ETF would be approved by the 10th of January, it's obviously that all the money would flow firstly in this 21 Shares and ARK Invest ETF. So for sure BlackRock will not make it happen that their ETF will be first which getting approved. This is what we spoke in the video which I showed you here. In this video I spoke about Bitcoin BlackRock ETF. Everyone is wrong. This is what I told you. Now the rumors are out, and it's very clear. This is also the reason why we saw this huge dump happening earlier this day, and this dump was massive. I mean, look at this. We had in the last 24 hours we had over 670 million people or dollars get wrecked, and most of them have been the long position. So around 600 million long positions got wrecked. And the interesting part about it is, where is it? The most interesting part about all of this is, I coming later back also that I bought Solana back at $85, and there's a huge potential to buy back cheaper coins, and I'm coming back also how low we can go, or will we dip now to 30k. But first I want to speak about this, that the most of the people, I mean, if you remember, last year all the people have told you, oh my god, USA will forbid and ban Bitcoin. But bratans, I told you it will not happen. Why it will not happen? Because the reason is, I told you that USA will not will not miss out on the taxes. And now there's coming another bill out. You see it here. Jerry Brito wrote about it. New crypto tax reporting obligations took effect on January 1st. If you receive 10k or more in crypto, you now have an obligation to report the transaction, including name, address, CSS number, etc., to the IRS within 15 days under the threat of a felony charge. So it's obvious, bratans, never ever will the US ban crypto, for the reason that they will not miss out on the taxes. So this is very obviously. And before we are coming to the altcoins, which we potentially can buy back, we see huge red market today. You see all the altcoins are bleeding, especially meme coins are bleeding. If we are watching around top 100. If we are switching to the top 300, you see where we had Bonk bleeded. I don't see now Bonk, but Bonk is one of the biggest losers of the day, obviously. And we see all the altcoins bleeding, and you see altcoins between 10 and 20% are dumping. So this is no wonder. And if we are dumping further, which we're coming in a second, are we dumping further? We will see pump. We could see, you see here, AI coins like AGX or FED 10% dump. This is also a good buying opportunity. But in case we are dumping more, we could see easily here 50 to 70% discount. I call discount on altcoins, and I show you also my trade. So I am my FXS position, which is over $200,000 worth, is right now $15,000 in a loss. I will stay in this position. Why I will stay in this position? I'm coming in a second back. But let us quickly watch on the Fed meeting. The Fed meeting will happen in 28 days, and the probability that they will stay with the same rate is 91%, that they will not cut the rates. But in March, and here's again the theory, we are coming back. I mean, if you didn't saw this video where I exactly explained you everything about it, about this dump which happened right now, and all my theory, you can go and watch this video. But quickly I explain you again very quickly for the ones who didn't saw. In March there's 66% or possibility that they will cut the interest rates, and historically, in case they are cutting the interest rates, or as soon as they're cutting the interest rates, we see first in the first minutes a pump, and then we see usually sell off in the whole stock market. So especially S&P 500. S&P 500 is correlated with Bitcoin, so usually we see also Bitcoin dumping. So, and the correlation between the interest rate cuts in March and the BlackRock ETF, which should be approved also in March, it's crazy, right? And the thing is, obviously, the rates getting cut in March, but usually the market is pricing in this interest rate cuts before they getting cut. So this percentage will rise the near we are coming to the March, and usually the market will price in this rate cuts. So we will see a huge dump in the market happening before March. And this is also when we see more black swan events, whatever it will be, because today you didn't knew about that potentially all the Bitcoin ETFs getting denied. You just saw a huge dump. This is because smart money knows before you the news, and this is what we will see. We see within, as I told you yesterday, within a 15-minute candle or 1 hourly candle, we see this huge dump happen. You see, it was not even 1 hourly candle. This was several 15 minutes candle. You see, there was two 15-minute candles caused a dump of over 7% in Bitcoin, and in altcoins over 20-30%. So the same will happen later this year, and I expecting it will happen on the big picture, and therefore we have to watch the big picture again. This will happen later this year. I don't expect that it will happen right now, that we see a huge dump. I mean, I don't know it, but we are expecting that it will happen later this year, either later this month or February, but not in March, because in March we will have the Bitcoin ETF approval. This will cause a huge pump in the market, and this will cause the bull run, and in April we will have the halving. So expecting later this year, later this month in January, or start of February, or somewhere in February, this dump to around 22k. And why I expecting that it will happen to 22k, again quickly back, because not only we have the CME gap open here at 22k, you see it here, which is still open, between 20 and 21k. Yes, I know it's not necessary that it will be closed, but the probability is very likely it will be closed. But also we have here on the big picture, as I showed you in the last video already, but I want quickly to remind you on it, and also if we have some other people who didn't watch it, we have a huge support line 21k, which between 20 and 21k, which we didn't retest it yet, and we retested always before after the bull market, before after the halving. You see here in 2016 it was after the halving we retested. Before the bull market in 2020 we had before the halving we retested the COVID dump, the black swan event, and there will be another black swan event. But now let us watch on the technical side and on some indicators which are clearly telling us the same theory, which is in perfect alignment with news also. So because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying not only to watch the indicators, but I'm trying to summarize some indicators, or at least 3 indicators, and also the news, to understand where we could go. And also this is not a guarantee that it will happen, but we are speaking about here probabilities, not certainties. So and now let us quickly watch only on some indicators which called the market cipher B, and the MACD. And if we are watching right now, and I'm coming to the day traders and to the altcoins in a second, which altcoins to buy, which altcoins at least I will buy, because this will be the last dip before the bull run, where will put the rest of my money in, and then we will wait and just ride the bull market. So right now, let's quickly watch on the big picture. So we are on the daily, and we have here on market cipher B showing us a green dot, and we are about to see a golden cross. The green line will cross the red line to the upside. It's a golden cross. So we have two indicators which are telling us this is a bullish sign. Not only two indicators, but also the RSI. We see RSI is going down. Wait a minute, I make it a bit bigger and I make it red. The RSI is going down while the price is going up. So we have a bullish divergence. So all three indicators showing us on a daily that we should see a pump. So this showing us we will see pump, and we are at the moment above the daily 20 moving average. And also what we have to consider, we have to stay above this red line. We shouldn't close below this huge red line because it's a 3 years support and resistance line. You see it here, support and resistance, and here it turned into a support line. So we shouldn't break it. As long as we're not breaking the line at around 41k, we are healthy to see the run to the upside. And now we are already switched to the weekly. So in the immediate short term, so on the daily, we're expecting a pump. To which price targets I tell you now, to 46,500 or even 50 and 60k. This is the three price tags: 46,500, 50 and 60k. I tell you also later in this video why this price targets. So if we are watching on the weekly, this is in the midterm, we are expecting a dump to happen. And why? We have again the market cipher B showing us a red dot, which telling us usually we should see dump in the market. But also we see here on we are about to form a death cross. You see, we are about to see this green line crosses the red line to the downside, which is a death cross, which usually indicates a dump in the market, as you saw it here, for example. You see it here, we saw a dump in the market, we saw here a death cross happening, right? So, but not only these two indicators, but also if we are watching on the big picture, we have here huge bearish divergence. The RSI is going up while the price is going down. So this indicates us that you see all three indicators on the weekly, so on the midterm, telling us we should see a dump. So immediate short term, we should see pump. In the midterm, we should see a dump. And on the big picture, on the huge picture over the next 2 years, what we see here on the big picture, we see here a green dot clearly. We see a green dot, and we have here this golden cross, which already happened. As you see it here, the golden cross happened. So on the big picture, we clearly see a huge, these two indicators clearly telling us we are in a bull run. We are going into a bull run. The bull run 2024, 2025. So again, in the midterm, we are expecting all indicators telling us a pump to 46,500, 50, 60k. In the midterm, on the weekly, all indicators saying a dump, and after midterm dump and long-term pump. So midterm pump, short-term pump, midterm dump, long-term pump. And again, this is in a perfect alignment with the BlackRock ETF, because as I told you, before the BlackRock ETF, I told you, everyone said to me, Slavik, you are crazy, blah blah blah. They will not reject all the ETFs, but it's so obviously, man, BlackRock will never let anybody get the money beside if it's their own pocket. So why expecting in the immediate short term a pump? Because all the indicators showing us, and as I told you, before the BlackRock ETF, so which will the BlackRock ETF will be in March, but shortly before, expecting a huge massive dump because of the rate cuts and because of the BlackRock ETF, because BlackRock will not buy at 44,000. They bought already here. It's obviously they bought through OTCs, through miners. There are rumors that they bought already here somewhere between 20 and 16k. But there are also BlackRock will pump pump their bags, but also some institutions will buy, and they will never buy here at 40k, and they will not also buy at 30k. They will buy here at 20k, and this is, in my opinion, inevitable. Beside all the indicators, it's logical that they will never ever buy at this price tag, 40, 30k. They will buy here at 20k, and also it's obviously logical. What do you think? Who get the money? This 600 million which get wrecked. It's obviously big institutions, market maker, which are playing around, which are collecting all this liquidity in the market, because they see obviously there are so many long positions, and there is happening a so-called cascade liquidation. And this is where I had this. I had also a tweet about it. Okay, I don't see it. Here, yeah, that's called the cascade liquidation of the long positions, but that's not the end. I have two scenarios. So now we are coming to the big scenario. So either we will see a further pump to 46,500 or 50k, and then another dump to 20k, or we'll see a dump to 30k, then pump to 56,500, 50k, and then a dump to 20 to 22k. And now let us again watch on the big picture. So right now, as I told you, there are two scenarios. Either we will see a further, we will not see any dump in case we're not breaking this 41k line, and we will see straight a pump here to the price tag 46,500, 50 or even 60k. 60k is the last price target because of this huge ascending broadening wedge, which you see it here. This is 60k, and after a dump to as low as 20, between 20 and 22k to close the CME gap, and blah blah, all these indicators which I told you. And after we have the rumors, the BlackRock ETF will be approved, and that's when we see this huge pump happening and the bull run starting. Before the halving, I'm expecting all these two events happen: huge dump and a huge pump. It is logical that we will see a pump to 60k, because imagine the euphoria which we had here at 40k, but imagine the euphoria which will happen at 60k, and imagine how much people and how much long positions get wrecked then, you know. And they not only get wrecked, there's not money get lost, there's somebody if somebody lose, somebody win, if somebody win, somebody lose. So it's obvious that someone in these institutions, they're getting, and especially the market makers, they're pumping the bags with your money. So this is what I'm expecting. So this is the first scenario. The second scenario, and this would be this one, we would break this 41k line, this historical line which I showed you. So we are getting rejected at this 44 level. You see it here very clear. We tried to break it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We are getting now rejected. We are falling down to our price tag at 30k. 30k is a big psychology board, as I told you. After see pump to price target 46,500, 50 or 60k, and then see dump to 21, 22k, and then see huge pump with BlackRock ETF, blah blah. So in any case, I'm expecting a pump, I'm expecting a dump to between 20 and 22k. So I hope you understand, everyone understood what I wrote about right now. I'm coming also later back to your comments. I will answer all the comments. And by the way, bratans, to my Twitch follower, I'm streaming on 3 platforms at the same time, and I have a lot of English speaking people, so therefore I'm speaking English. On my Crypto Bratan channel, check it out on YouTube. This is where I'm streaming also right now. It's super bloody, it's so hot, I turned off the AC because I want that you hear me. So, and now we are coming to the altcoins. And this was, when we saw this huge dump, I had all my alerts on. This is also one of the reasons why I have the Apple Watch. My Rolex got stolen anyways, but here I have all my alarms turned on, because you see here you can turn an alarm on Trading View, bam, khoyak, and then you get an alarm or alert when we see price dump. So, and when we saw this huge dump, when we are perfectly retested this 41,003 years line, 3 years historical support line, we saw altcoins dump like crazy. So for example, and now take this as the big example, Solana, for example. Solana we bought at the level of we bought at $15 approximately, here at $15. You can watch on my Telegram group, which is for free. You can see it, my call. And I sold approximately $15, $115, so 10x we did here, right? Then I set a limit order at $85 approximately, and I set it at $85 approximately because it was very obviously that we have here a lot of support and resistance coming in at $85. I didn't knew what the event will be, why we are going to $85 exactly. I didn't knew why exactly or what will be the news. You see it here, support and resistance, big support and resistance. But I set a limit order and we perfectly tested it and saw a huge pump again to the upside. So we saw from here again a pump of again around 15% and bounce back, right? And here you have a proof I wrote you already. So here my Solana position at $85 got filled, so $85,000 was it, and Huyag Bam it's now worth around 100k. And this is exactly the opportunity. Will we see further dump? Then we obviously can Solana buy back even here, back at 85, then at $66, and even lower. Not only Solana, we can also buy some alphas like Audi. Audi is obviously a meme coin, but also Audi. Imagine you would have here, which is very obviously support line. Here you see it here, a huge support line, and you set here around $64 a limit order, buy order, then you could make bam, Huyag 20%. If you put 10k in to the $2,000 within seconds, but in 100k, $20,000. Wait, I have to take something to drink. And this is the thing is, this is quick money. Yes, it's nice, quick money, it's nice. But the thing is, imagine this was the last buying opportunity for Solana at $85 or for Audi at $65. So you buying not only you make quick money, but if you're watching long term for the bull market, which will last for approximately 1 year, what we're expecting, because the bull market lasts always for approximately 1.5 year, you made at least 10x on your money, because alphas like Solana or Audi, we're expecting to go 10x, and if you bought it with 15% discount, then you make even 12x maybe. So we're expecting after the halving, which will happen now in April 2024, we're expecting the top of the market between June 2025, so summer 2025 and end of 2025. And this is the time where we will sit down, wait, and end a start of 2025 and to 2024, we will start to to sell our altcoin. So we're expecting like this approximately, right? So here will be the top, and approximately here we will start to sell our altcoins on DCA basis. The same what we did here. Here we bought the altcoins, here we bought, then we bought here, then we bought here. So we have a dollar cost average on the discount, and here we will dollar cost average on the profits, because we don't know will we have a pump like this and a dump, or will we have, like I showed you, 2000 end of mid 2025, right? This is because you cannot catch the top and you cannot catch the bottom. So therefore the best thing is on dollar cost average. So this is one of the altcoins which I'm obviously watching. Another altcoin is where I'm committed to, you see it also here, is FXS. Like I showed you, $200,000 position is only here. I have on spot also at least $600,000, which I bought also on spot, or 800. I don't know exactly how much I bought. I have here $100,000 and on some other accounts. So I have here $300,000 and there are also so around 1 million only on FXS. And obviously FXS, we're expecting FXS had a halving. You see, imagine you bought here FXS when we saw this dump, and it's obviously perfectly, you see, perfectly hit here the support line, which is approximately $7.20. We go even lower to $6.90. But imagine you had the limit order here at $7.10. It's 20% easily, and possibly we'll see never come back FXS if we don't see Bitcoin dumping right now. We'll never see FXS at this price level, because we're expecting FXS to make in the next few weeks 2x from here. And why 2x? Because FXS had a halving. Wait a minute. Because FXS had a halving. Wait a minute. And after the halving, да ёбаный ты в рот, блядь. Да сука ты же, блядь, FXS had a halving, and what we saw every halving, we see every halving here. This on the 20th of December is halving of FXS, and always we had after the halving, in this after 2 weeks, approximately 2-3 weeks after the halving, 200 to 220% pump of FXS. You see it here, 200-250%. And here was the halving in this month. In December was the halving. But if we are watching from the bottom, approximately here, and even from here, considering 200 to 250%, it would mean FXS would go between $14 and $16 within the next weeks. If we're considering from the low of December, so exactly after the halving, then we could easily go within the next few weeks to $24 even. I'm watching for the price targets of $16 to $20, but long-term FXS could go obviously as high as the all-time high of $45, or even people speaking about $100, which is more than 10x from here, right? Because FXS, you can read, I'm very actively watching or participating in the Telegram group, and FXS is, for example, has a partnership with PayPal, and this is huge. It's huge because it's a huge narrative. It doesn't mean that PayPal is the big game changer, but it's a huge narrative, and it's all about narrative. It's not about the science behind it in crypto, because Solana is not the best chain. And if we're speaking about the best chains, we can quickly go and watch, for example, on CoinGecko. And wait a minute, switching back again. We can go on CoinGecko, and let us quickly speak before I'm going to CoinGecko here about Cubic. And Cubic, the founders come from beyond, and he is one of the IOTA founders. And so he is one of the people who founded IOTA, and then he exited, so he ended the partnership, or not partnership, he was CEO and founder of IOTA, and he so he exited this and founded a new crypto project, a new layer 0, Cubic. And Cubic has no fees in transaction, and it's ultra fast and blah blah blah. And we see, for example, IOTA had a huge dump to 25 cents from 30 cents, so a massive dump. But if we are watching Cubic, for example, Cubic, we see Cubic had there was nearly no dump happen. I mean, it's right now 372, and what was the dump? The dump was to 359. So there was nearly no dump at all happened. And to be honest, also the market cap of Cubic is right now 300 million. So this is nothing. IOTA market cap is around 1 billion. What's that? IOTA market cap here is around 1 billion. You see, 800 million, 1 billion. So I mean, if Cubic works out, Cubic could be multi-billion project, and I expect Cubic to make 10x at least from here. And you know, I give you also the opportunity to buy Cubic from the miners even before it was listed on some exchanges. It's listed only on one exchange, Safe Trade, and as soon as it gets listed on other exchange, we will see even a bigger pump, and so on and so on. So Cubic is obviously one of the big blue chips projects, in my opinion. And another big thing what we have to watch is the total crypto market cap. As long as we're not breaking here this support line to the downside, you see it here, it's a huge support line. You see it here, it's a massive support line, and we perfectly try to break it again and so bounce back to the upside. I'm expecting the total crypto market cap will go as high as $2 trillion. So this would be a massive pump from here, to be honest. This would be over 20% on total crypto market. This would this would bring the altcoins to fly, and then I'm expecting a dump, which could happen as low as $1 trillion market cap. I explained it in the last video on this channel, on the Crypto Bratan channel. You can check it out. Why Bratans? But yes, FXS and FXS is one of my favorite coins. AGX is one of my favorite coins. FED is one of my favorite AI coins. You know, I'm a big fan of AI, and I will invest even more money in AI. But you saw it here. It was a massive buying opportunity. 30% you could make easily on this dump. You see, bump. Hopefully we are go lower. And what I'm watching here as support lines, or what I'm watching here to buy back. For example, FED is one of the blue chips I spoke also about, also on this channel, about my top AI, 5 top AI projects. You can check it out also on this Crypto Blood channel. So 51 cents, this would be nice buy opportunity, because imagine buying back at 51 cents, we will return to the all-time high if nothing big happen. 52% easy, huyak you can make. In my opinion, it's all not financial advice, you have to do your own research. But FED, AGX, especially AI coins, gaming coins, this is what I'm watching closely, and I can make only one live stream where we will speak only about altcoins, because this is what I'm putting all my money in, because altcoins, this is where you can make the most of the money. But it's also high risk, it's high risk, high reward. Bitcoin's low risk, low reward. So, I mean, you see from Bitcoin, you can make possibly from here on 4x, maybe 5x people speaking about. But on altcoins you can make 10, 20, 30, 100x, but the probability that you make zero is much higher than on Bitcoin. So therefore what I'm doing, I'm watching Bitcoin as the big indicator, because of Bitcoin dumping, no altcoins will pump at all. But I holding no Bitcoin at all, and no Ethereum. I'm putting all my money in altcoins. So now let us answer some questions. But do you have any question? If you have any question, write me, and we will speak about. I will do for 10 minutes Q&A, and then I have to go to sleep, because here in Dubai it's already 9:45 p.m. Aber Solana wiederholt sich nicht wie die letzten 2 Jahre, wollte bei 25, 35 einkaufen. Somebody writing Solana is not repeating like in the last 2 years. I wanted to buy 25, 35k. I don't understand what you mean by that. I expecting Solana from here. To go at least between 500 and $800. So in the big picture, it's, I mean, if you buy even now at $100 Solana, this is historically low. So I expecting Solana to make from here 5 till 8x. And I mean, we bought it right now, as you saw, at $85. So, and we have, by the way, here a cup and handle forming, and I'm expecting midterm that Solana will pump according to the cup and handle, which you measure from the top to the downside. We are about to form a handle. I'm expecting Solana, not midterm, in the bull market, perfectly here to go to $800. Pizdец. You saw I just did it in front of you, and I said to you before from my feeling that I expected to $800, and bam, I didn't did it before, but here you see around $800. This is the market cap. Make a screenshot of it. If it will work out, then you say King Slavic Blood and send me money. So, do you have any other questions, brother? Write me in the comments, and I trying to answer you. But man, this is so, in my opinion, it's so clear everything, and it was, you know, everyone spoke about this ETF, and it will get approved, you see here by the 10th of January, man, it was so clear. If the whole mainstream media is speaking about that Bitcoin ETF will be approved, always when mainstream media is speaking that positive about Bitcoin, we will see dump. If mainstream media is speaking bad about Bitcoin, we will see a pump. It's always the same. Any hope for Gala? Gala, I have also some. I'm holding also some of Gala. Let me quickly watch Gala for you, brother. Go CoinGecko again. I mean, look at this. If you're going to 24, which dumped the most? You see, Bonk, bam, dumped the most. It's meme coin. Terra Luna became also a meme coin. Dumped the most, like Filecoin, IOTA, Sandbox, nice buying opportunity. I mean, yeah. Hopefully, we'll see even more dumps so we can. What the fuck is that, man? So, okay, now let me quickly watch Gala. Someone asked about Gala. So, Gala 12% dump. Oof. Also nice buy opportunity, 26 cent. If we're watching on the big picture, oof, this is a nice buying opportunity, dollar cost average. So, for example, да заебал ты меня, отъебись уже, блядь. Wait a minute, you don't see it because it's coming only on my computer. So 1 billion market cap, around 1 billion market cap. I'm expecting Gala to go 5 to 10x from here because I'm expecting GameFi to be big, and Gala was a big winner in the previous bull market. And as I told you, in crypto it's not working because the science behind it is so big, but because the narrative is huge. So Gala expecting definitely to go back. So what we have else? Someone has opinion on Magic. I don't know what it is. What do you say to AVEX? AVEX is definitely one of the blue chip projects. So if we are watching AVEX, AVEX is definitely blue. 11% dump, also nice buying opportunity, but I didn't bought AVEX. I'm hoping that AVEX will dump as low as we have here. Clear support is approximately at $23. So right now we are at $36. So expecting that we could see still a dump to $22. And AVEX is definitely one of the blue chip projects which we have market cap at $13 billion, but it could easily do from here a 5 to 6x in the bull run. I expect it's definitely blue chip projects, but unfortunately I didn't bought it here at $9. But I'm expecting AVEX could go as high as $100, $100 at least. I think people spoke even about AVEX $300 or something, $200. I don't know. Yeah, AVEX definitely. And for example, one of my blue chip projects is also, which I also want more to buy, is Aave. Aave is definitely also one of the blue chip projects. Aave has a market cap of $1.5 billion, fully diluted $1.6 billion. So this is amazing. Total, the all-time high was at $600. Aave is suggested to go at around $1,000, so which would mean we had $100 at 10x from here. I'm expecting for Aave. Bonk, I made $10,000 on Bonk, so I put 10,000 in, made 10,000 on back, and Bonk is a nice buy opportunity. Right now, I didn't bought it though because it depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin further dumping and meme coins pumping the last, so in the bull run. So I think Bonk is again back on a market cap of 700 million, and it had the market cap of how much? Was the market cap of around 2 billion. So expecting Bonk to make 3x easily from here, possibly even 10x in the bull run. I think Bonk and Paper, if there's not new meme coin coming, Bonk and Paper could easily make from here 10x in case they stay the top meme coins. But What will be one of the top meme coin is Audi, definitely. But Audi is playing in a different league because Audi is a meme coin, but Audi has also some legend status because Audi is the first coin which was inscribed on the BRC20 chain. So Audi has already 1.6 billion. We bought Audi at $7. We made over 10x already on it, more than 10x. And I'm expecting Audi to have a market cap of around 15-20 billion dollars, so which would mean 10x from here still. And I hope to buy back Audi even more. What? Okay, my Bratans, my camera is overheated. My camera is. Короче, Bratans, do you hear me? Yes, you hear me. My camera is overheated. This is the reason. But I have to go offline because, anyways, my camera is overheated. Suka blad, this bad camera, jobani vrot. About Audi, yes, I spoke about Audi. I spoke nearly every video about Audi. Let me quickly watch if I told you everything what I'm thinking. Yes, I told you everything. So if you want to see more of my videos, Crypto Bratan on YouTube, check it out, Crypto Bratan, to my how it called black to my audience on my crypto channel, to the professional traders, you know, you get $1,000 bonus on Bybit, to only to professional traders. Link is in the description, Bratans. Please, leverage trading is only for professional traders, otherwise you will lose all your money. As you see it here, it goes very quickly. I'm $15,000 in loss. Obviously, I'm expecting from $200,000 to make at least between $100,000 to $200,000 profits in the next 2-3 weeks. However, it's very risky and I could lose all of it. So please be careful. Be very, very careful, Bratans. Thank you everyone for watching, Bratans. I kiss you, and also especially thank you on Twitch, my Twitch German, Bratans. Over 1,000 people watched it, Bratans. Thank you so much. And everyone on YouTube, hit the like button. Only 74 people watching, so it helps the algorithm to push it, Bratans. Thank you everyone for watching. I kiss you, and